This is a new game that I bought a couple of weeks ago. I've played it a bit. I played it once, sorry. Played it once, but not all the way through, just a simple version of the game. Yeah, and I just thought I'd go through it. Looks really cool. There's a character up the top here. You see a little guy there. Next to him over here is the deck, and you basically play with a hand. You take 5 cards. Those cards can be used as spells and abilities. You can move, block and attack. Over here you've got your leveling tokens. So you turn one of them over and you turn the next one over. Whoops. And from there we can see that we're on level 1. This is for 1 to 2. You've got an armor of 2 and you can have 5 cards in your hand. And then as you level up, let's just say that we go up a couple more levels, turn another one over and turn the next one over, and your armor goes up, and we're still on 5 cards. But as you level up, those cards will go up to 6 and 7, and of course the armor goes up as well. And then also when you level up, you get these skill tokens. I'm not going to explain them in detail, but they also give you modifiers which will help you throughout the game. So that's Tovak. There's another character over here. He's like a dragon guy. His name's Goldix, and he's got the same thing. He's got a hand. This is what a hand would look like. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's some move abilities, move 2, move 4. This one's got attack or block, and I think this one over here has got move and ranged attack. And this one's also got attack and block. I think it's block 2 and block 3. And if you look, there's also these colour indicators on them. Like this one's green, that one's white, that one's red. They're basically mana colours. Each character can have a store of mana, and if you can match the colour with a card that you're playing, you can boost its ability. So instead of just playing it for its basic move 2, you can use a mana token and you can make it become a ranged attack 3. Skill tokens again here. We'll move on to the next character, which is this little guy down here. His name's Norawas. He also has the level tokens and also the skill tokens and a deck as well. That's some of his abilities. So as you can see, they've got the red, green, white, blue. So as long as you've got the right mana, you can use these abilities, and if you want to, you can boost them. It just consumes the appropriate mana. Go over to the next guy over here, Arethia. That's the... Yep. So yeah, let's move over to the main board area. So over here, this part here is reputation, and you can see everybody starts at 0, and then you can either go -1, -2, -3, or you can go +1, +2, +3. Whenever you encounter a village in the game, you can either pillage it, which gives you -1 reputation, or you can just interact with the village and recruit units, and I think also when you defeat monsters, you go up in reputation, and there are benefits for that. Over in this part here, this this is how you level. So everybody starts up here, they have a token, and every time you defeat a creature or you go up a level. So here you receive another level token, here you receive a card in your hand as well as a token, and you just, each time you level you get rewards for each one. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 levels. Over here, these dice represent mana. At the beginning of a round, all of these are rolled, and you get to choose one, and you can pump up one of your abilities that you want to play. So it might be a move 2, and you might be able to use, say, a red or a white, and do a move 4 instead. So everybody has the opportunity to use 1 mana. These are the day and night cards. I'm pretty sure that the game starts during the day, and everybody picks a card 1 to 6, and they all have factors in the game. 1, there's nothing, but if you take like the bottom one, that's got like the strongest effect on the game. So that's a 6 there, and so if you want to go first, you pick 1, but if you want to go last, you can pick 6, but you get like extra abilities, all the strongest abilities for 6. And it goes through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So obviously the highest number goes first, and the lowest number goes last. Over here, there's some tokens here. They indicate the play order. So every time night changes to day and day changes to night, the order changes, and this is so that you can remember what the order is. Down here, they're the recruitable units. They fight for you and heal you and do all sorts of stuff. You can activate their abilities, which give you more movement or attack or block. Yeah, they're really cool. You can't just recruit them easily. You have to be like, some of them you have to be. This one here has a little village indicator, which means you've got to find a village first and then you can recruit him. Whereas this guy over here, he has a tower little icon. So yeah, you need to find a tower in the world before you can recruit that guy, or a village. There's also a village icon. And that guy, this guy over here, I can't remember what that is. Oh, it's a monastery. So you got to find a monastery or a village. So they're all the units you can recruit. The number of units you can recruit is dictated by these tokens here. So in the beginning of the game, this would represent a slot where you can recruit 1 unit. It's not until you go up a few more levels that you can turn another one of these over. And from there you're able to recruit 2 units. So the more you level up, the more units you can recruit. You can disband them as well, so you can return a unit to the unit deck and get a better unit. You just got to make sure that you're at the right place. You have to be at a village or a tower. Over here we've got, these are like the advanced actions, and they're all the advanced actions available. As someone takes one, new ones are put out, are replenished. Over here you've got spells. They're all the spells that are available. Basically you get spells and artifacts and advanced actions by completing these events up here. This one's an orc, so you've got to fight an orc. The next one, that's a keep. The next one's a mage tower. Next one's I think it's a dungeon. Next one is a castle, and the next one is a draconium. they all give you different things. So depending on what you want to do in the game, you want to target various ones. So an orc will give you fame. A keep, a keep might give you reputation. I can't remember exactly. And then I know there's a special one over here, which is the ruins, which gives you a complicated combination of all of those. So you don't want to do one of them straight away. But they all either give you fame, or they give you reputation, or they give you an artifact, or they give you a random combination of either. Yeah, they're pretty cool. So how do you get to all of those? When you start the game, let's grab one of the guys. We'll grab this guy. We'll put him in the game area. The game area consists of hexagons, and each hexagon has a type. So it might be a forest, or it might be a grass area, or mountains. And depending on the type, it'll have a cost. Like this forest over here, that's got a cost of 3 to move. So you need to have 3 movement to get through that. Whereas just the green area, it costs 2. And what happens is you move through the area, and then tiles are revealed. So this guy might move through and reveal that tile, and then another character might move through and reveal that tile. And you can see here in the centre of that one, you've got a mage tower. So from over here, you would grab a mage tower, put it on the board, and then you've also got an orc there. So from over here, grab an orc token, put it on the board. And what else have we got? Oh, we've got I think we've got a dungeon there. So we grab a dungeon token, put it on the board, and there's what you get the idea. And you can either move to those places, or if you're moving past them and you move into 2 adjacent squares, then if there's like this orc, if you try and move past him, he'll attack you, so you've got to be careful. Whereas the other ones are a bit more passive. You can just move past them freely. Over here, we've got our first village. So if you wanted to, you could move to that. If you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movement, it might take you 2 turns to get there. You can go to that village, and from there you can recruit whatever units you want. And that's a mountain right there. You can't actually move through there. So you've really got to decide the direction you want to go in, because sometimes the mountains just lock you in. So this guy, this adventurer here, he could keep moving through, attack this orc. From there you turn over the orc token. He's got a defense of 5. He's got a physical attack of 3, reputation of 3. Oh, and he's also got poison. You probably don't want to attack him straight up. Some of them have special abilities like double attack, or I can't remember, double armor, all sorts of stuff. So if you were to fight this guy, you would need to be able to attack for 5 to get through his armor of 5 to defeat him. So over here, let's just say that we were playing Norobos, and we want to be able to attack for 5. Now this, in his hand right now, he can attack for 3 by playing Improvision, but if he uses a red mana, he can play the advanced ability and attack for 5, which over here there's a red mana that he can use. So during his turn he can consume that red mana, upgrade this basic ability from an attack 3 to a attack 5, and effectively he would kill this orc and gain 3 reputation, the 3 reputations at the bottom there. And then on the left he hits for 3, so you need to also block for 3. So somewhere in his hand he also needs a block. So we'll play this attack, and then we need to block for 3. All of the cards in your hand can become a basic ability, either blocking, attacking, moving, and there's one more, can't remember, I think it's influence. But basically we can block for 3 just by picking any 3. You tap them. Tapping just means turn the card sideways, and now we've got our block for 3. So this guy was pretty easy to defeat. So from there, take him off the board, recycle him in the stack. Whoops, freaking hell, making a mess. And then you've also got tokens for each character. I didn't actually get them out, but you would move the token. Hang on, I'll grab them. Just grab a token. Oh man, seriously. Forget the token. So you'd move a token up here, depending on how much. Let's see how much. Oh, he's over here. So he had a reputation of 3. So you'd move up the board 1, 2, 3, and it would level you. And from there you'd get another skill token and another card. I think it'd be a spell or something. So yeah, that's Mage Knight. All the characters, they'll eventually be fighting each other, and you can get mage towers as well. And the game also has multiple scenarios, so it's not just one game. I haven't played any of the scenarios, but I've seen like 6 or 7 of them. They all look pretty cool. Oh yeah, and you've got these mana tokens. So on your turn, you can either use one of the mana from the die. You can pick one, and you can either use it on one of your actions, or you can convert it directly into one of these tokens. There's one for each colour: blue, red, white, yellow, and black. And then one of these will go into your inventory, and then later on you can use spells using mana in your inventory. There's also special mana. There's the gold mana that can be any colour, and then there's also the black mana that only special spells can be pumped up by black mana. And also every round it changes from day to night. So right now you can see that it's day. And during the day you can't use black mana, so this black mana here, you can't actually use that. And then when it's night, you can't use the gold mana. So depending on what day it is, or whether it's day or night, changes what you can do. And same with movement. During the day, a forest only costs 3 to move through, whereas during the night it costs 5. What else haven't I shown you? There's the artifact. Oh yeah. Also, if you're in combat and you get damaged, let's say that you don't have enough block and the creature hurts you, you have to take one of these. It's like a wound card, and they go into your hand, which means that if you can only have 5 cards in your hand and you've got to have a wound card, then it reduces your hand to 4. And then if you get another wound, it reduces it to 3. And so the more you become wounded, the less cards you have playable in your hand. So 1 or 2 wounds is not too bad, but once you start getting wounded more than that, you really do become restricted in what you can do. And yeah, looks like a really cool game. I fully recommend it.